Hey guys, I'm back with an update on the so-called lunar illusion or the moon illusion. Much sooner than I thought, because I found some mind-blowing material, which I could verify based on my own experiences. So this recording is going to be basically talking about the Vedic knowledge about the moon, and how it relates to the place we live in called the earth. The Vedic version of moon is totally different from what we have been told by modern science. The modern science tells us that the moon reflects the sun's light. It doesn't have a light on its own, and that explains the different phases of the moon. But the Vedic version is that these different phases are called Nityas. According to the Vedic version, the moon is a self-lit celestial object. There may be some connection to the sun, but definitely the light it's not reflecting the light from the sun. The connection between sun and the moon, we will cover it a bit later if possible, or I will do a separate video on that. So the Vedic version says that the moon phases are ruled by goddesses, the different goddesses. There are 16 phases of the moon, including the new moon and the full moon. So the full moon and the new moon are ruled by the supreme goddess Parashakti herself. Her other name is Lalita Tripura Sundari. So she rules the full moon and the new moon phases, and the other phases are ruled by various goddesses, the names of which I'll provide a link. The photo here also shows some of the names here. You can look at it and their pictures of the goddesses. I'll provide a couple of detailed links where you can read about which phase is ruled by which goddess, and a lot of other information. The basic point I want to highlight is the article which I'm going to link talks about I will link it in the description of the video. This article says that the goddesses, each phase can be linked to a goddess, as we already told. The second point is each phase can be divided into night side and the day side. So there are two aspects. So there are 360 days in a lunar year, not the solar year. In the lunar year, there are 360 days. So there are 360 into 2, 720 aspects possible. So this 720 aspects can be further divided, and there are totally 72,000 possibilities. I mean, the exact calculation is given in the article, which I'm going to link in the description. So basically, there are 72,000 possible rays that are emitted by the moon throughout the year. So curiously, according to the tantric and the yogic tradition, there are 72,000 nadis, or the astral nerves in the human subtle body or the astral body. And these are not the physical nerves, the astral nerves. There are 72,000 astral nerves. So definitely there is a link between the number of rays or aspects, that are coming out of the moonlight. There is a link to the astral body. So based on the particular aspect that is emitted on a given day or night, the mood or the behavior of that person will be pretty much determined apart from the rays from the sun. Curiously, the Vedic knowledge says that there are 100,000 types of rays that are coming out of the sun, in addition to the 72,000 types of rays that are coming out of the moon. So, together they decide our behavior. So, if you think you have free will, good luck with that understanding. We are literally in a soup of 172,000 different rays that affect our astral body and affects which affects our behavioral pattern. Literally day in and day out, night in and night out. So apart from the electromagnetic soup created by human beings. which in fact they are also used for mind control. So if you think you have free will, I mean that's fine. If you want to have that illusion, fine. Good luck. So the moon illusion is basically the 72,000 types of rays that affect your astral body. So how does this relate to the Earth? Since the Vedic knowledge says that even though we can see the moon predominantly only during the night time, it is not that it is not there during the daytime. It's just that we are not able to see it due to the brightness of the sunlight. But since the moonlight affects us even during the daytime, it pretty much proves that we don't live on a globe. Because on a globe, it's not possible for the moon rays to reach the other side of the globe. So basically, that proves that the Earth is pretty much a flat plane, which is the geocentric stationary plane. So how does this link to some of the modern research? I mean, the previous video, I talked briefly about a Russian researcher called Hatybov, who also has come up with a model for the lunar illusion. Basically, he says that spider beings from a far out place took over this reality or the matrix and used either they brought the moon here or used the moon that was already there. That's not very clear on the material. Let's assume they used the already existing moon and then they generate octave like waves. He synthesizes that there are 128 different types of octaves. Each octave is separated by I mean, those who of you know who know music will know this. Each of the octaves is separated by 8 different notes, and it repeats on that scale. So 128 octaves is a huge number. So all within that there are so many innumerable permutations and combinations are possible. He says that these octaves affect are used for controlling the human beings and other beings on this planet. Certain types of octaves are reserved for certain types of beings. I mean, I will provide a link for that also in the description. You can go through that material. And there is also a very good a radio interview on that. I will provide a link for that also. So basically, this dovetails into the Vedic model that innumerable types of rays or octaves are coming out of the moon. That's a common part of it. I mean, you can decide whether the goddesses are responsible for it or spider beings are responsible for it. The jury is on you. I tend to look at the common points in this research, which is that innumerable types of waves or octaves are coming out of the moon and it affects our body in all different ways. Our body, mind, subtle body, in all different ways. So the tantric or the yogic literature says that this subtle body or the astral body has 722 sorry 72,000 nadis. Out of that, there are 729, which is 9 cube, 9 into 9 into 9, 3 times 9, 9 cube is 729. There are 729 base nadis, or the core group of astral nerves, which connect the root chakra with the uppermost one, the crown chakra. So wherever these nadis meet, they form petal-like structures. I talked about it briefly in the first video I produced on the third eye, the part 1 of the secrets of third eye. So these astral nerves, wherever they meet, they provide an access. They provide an access point for a particular world. It could be a physical world or a spiritual world. So you can imagine how many different permutation combinations are possible when 72,000 astral nerves crisscross each other. That will be mind-blowing number. So we do have access to those worlds through these access points. The 7 major chakras are only the starting point. There are innumerable other chakras. So wherever these nadis meet, they create a chakra or energy vortex. Through that, they are like the modern world scientific analogy will be a wormhole or a vortex hole, through which scientists say that we can travel to distant places quickly. I don't know whether that is possible physically, but at least in the yogic tradition, we can travel using our astral bodies. Physical bodies, no, we cannot take with us. They are suitable only for this world. But astrally, we can travel to other worlds, innumerable other worlds. But our Kundalini should be sufficiently awakened, and our awareness should be able to be taken to those access points, or what is called the chakra points. Not only the 7 major chakras, but all the other innumerable chakras created by the meeting of the astral nerves, which are 72,000 in number. So this wait a minute. So these details are provided by in detail by a Tamil saint or a Tamil Siddhar. Siddha is one who is an accomplished yogi. His name is Tirumular. He is a contemporary of the famous yogi called Patanjali. Most of you would have heard of Patanjali. This guy is no less than Patanjali. He has written a Tamil classic called Tirumular Thirumandiram. I have provided a screenshot of the cover of that book. It's available. English translations are available. So he basically talks about in the Kundalini sense. He talks about moon sphere, sun sphere, and the Kundalini sphere, etc., which corresponds to the moon, celestial objects we see, sun, moon, and the stars. So he puts the moon above the sun. So he says initially you will the sun is actually divided into 12 phases, just like the moon is divided into 16 phases. I'll cover the details of that in another video. So he says the moon is at a higher position than the sun, and then comes the Kundalini. So he expects us to dissolve ourselves there is a hierarchy in which you do that. I will cover that in the video that I am going to make about the sun illusion, if you want, solar illusion. Okay guys, hopefully you found this information useful. Good luck on your path. Let the truth bite you. Let you live in interesting times, as the Chinese curse famously tells. Good luck. Catch you next time.